Vince, Vince, with a little mark on the E.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can call me Vincent. You can call me Arjuna. You can call all of the many things. But okay, I take my glasses off. This morning, I was walking my dog, and I was thinking and feeling into where I've landed in this body, you know, in my aging body, and how it has informed me as a dancer, as a teacher, as a human being, and a gratefulness for just being and allowing, not having to have the answers, not having to have the solution, not having to be the first. And that has affected the way I'm showing up in the classroom. Much more embracing, much more curious for what the participants have to say than what I have to say. If I set something up, I want for them to have their own experience and to be able to speak to or feel into that experience. So of late, the teachings have become softer and more inviting. And, you know, I still spend much of my waking daytime, presencing, feeling, sensing, seeing. I'm happy in this new place of the aging body because what it's done also to my heart is interesting. And I'll be doing one dance tribe, and the themes always seem to revolve around love and the action of love. And how do we call on love? How do we listen to love? How do we recognize love? How do we demonstrate love? You know, it's a multi variety of expression. And I had this sensation this morning about love and wisdom and the fierceness of love, the love that says, no, you know, I will not allow you to infect the atmosphere with your limitation. And I realized that that also can be love. And I remember hearing this from a spiritual teacher, welcome everything. And now I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. And I think I know what they mean. You know, welcome everything and then act accordingly, right? Because it's your response to life that makes life, not the things that happen. That's hard today, especially when we realize what's happening around the world, the brutality that's happening to so many people, children. I'm curious to see how this can show up in the room when I'm teaching this summer. I'm curious to see how the participants and myself can make an make an atmosphere where love can prevail and that we allow all the variations of what love can be. I know it's difficult today traveling, you know, just traveling across borders is so complex. And given that, if people can find in their own time and space to come and join the One Dance Tribe, I think they will experience sincerity and surprises, and commitment to the wisdom of the body, and a commitment to the action of love, and a commitment to the collective gathering. The thing I enjoy most as I've been associated for a long time, since year one in Hawaii, is the openness, the vehicle to accommodate so many viewpoints, so many modalities, so many ways. And I think that is its strength to offer participants, lovers of the dance, lovers of music, lovers of stillness, lovers of ritual, to come together. I think it's one of the things that will help us during these times is that create opportunities to come together, create opportunities to come together and share ideas, share wounds, share wonders. It's what will help us rise to the occasion of this very dark time, an unknown time, a violent time, a time of separation. So my encouragement for those who are hearing these words is to take a moment, and just be quiet and still, and just, notice what shows up. Notice what shows up and notice how you really aren't the one deciding what shows up. You don't decide what the next thought is or what the next breath pattern will be. And I think that kind of presencing is what the dance and music and aliveness offers. I was at a retreat from the world for 5 days with a community of people in silence, noble silence, no nothing, no journaling, no writing, no, just, silence, meditation, walking meditation. And one of the awarenesses that occurred to me, that was mentioned and occurred, is, and I love this because it's so, silence is a vibration. And that vibration, that throbbing, is life force. And when I can give time for space and silence and spirit, which I think are the ingredients of what makes a soul. What is soul? One of my definitions is that silence, space, spirit, soul. So that vibration can be heard, felt, understood, recognized only through silence. Even when you're in motion, that's the kick, because to be in motion does not necessarily mean you're out of silence or out of stillness. So silence is a vibration, stillness is motion. But, to experience that is so wonderful. I want everyone to experience that. That's one of the things you can experience in a setting of movement, of dancing practice. Mm. Silence is a vibe.